A very good afternoon from wherever you're watching as from. This is Trending News. I am Nancy Nalima. Do stay with me for the next few minutes as I bring you up to speed with the latest. You can also catch this live broadcast across all our social media platforms where we are at Lookuptv on Twitter, Lookuptv on Facebook, and Lookuptv on our YouTube channel. Let's begin. President William RUTO in Maputo on Thursday emphasized Kenya's determination to achieve a trade balance with Mozambique. President RUTO acknowledged Mozambique's advantageous position in bilateral trade and expressed the government's commitment to bolstering trade volumes. The goal is to establish a more favorable trade equilibrium for Kenya. He highlighted collaborative efforts to secure mutually beneficial opportunities.
Today, we held fruitful bilateral discussions and signed a number of critical instruments which will go a very long way to facilitate closer and easier interaction and collaboration in diverse sectors where our people, enterprises, and industries are pursuing different opportunities. Our Joint Permanent Commission on Cooperation, which successfully negotiated these instruments, are also finalizing many others for implementation in due course. The Africa Continental Free Trade Area, which we are both signatories, both countries are signatories. The tripartite agreement, which again we have agreed that we are going to move it forward. The AfriExim program that makes it easier for our business people to trade by making it possible for our business people to trade in local currencies are among the many instruments that we are putting in place to support the growth of enterprise and business.
Challenges in the process of building their nations, and your visit is a moment, an important moment to deepen these bonds.
And that story will be coming to you in details in our subsequent bulletins as the president completes his two-day visit in Mozambique. Moving on, the East Africa Youth Parliament has raised concern about financial mismanagement by government agencies over the past year. Notably, Kenya has ranked among the leading nations in East Africa with instances of misappropriation of public funds resulting in inadequate public services. This concern arises as unemployment in the region contributes a rise in organized crime, including money laundering and terrorism.
In this country and also in the East African region. We are not going to take this one slightly, and as we have discussed with the Kenya Kwanza administration, the government, this is the 50th government administration. His Excellency the President William RUTO and his the Deputy William Kashagwa, they have said very well that they will not allow this to happen.
Our population has also been increasing, suppressing on what was designed before. So we need to think outside the box again as a country so that we can take care of that population.
Young people, we have always been told that we're the leaders of tomorrow. But as EYP, we have always said that we can't wait for tomorrow, we have to start doing it today. And that if we want to make change, we have to start putting ourselves and taking the lead in that. And it is in this regard that in our institutions, in all our government institutions, we have young people in the financial sectors. The government has made, just like the county commissioner has said, it has a lot of programs. And once we start engaging young people in these talks, we start giving them an opportunity and we start showing the new face of government.
Elsewhere, the Embu County government has rejected a letter from a 73-year-old grandmother, Zainab Ramadan Njoka, addressing Embu Governor Cecily Mbarire. The granny alleged that county officers were complicit in blocking her access road. Raymond Kinyo, a county executive committee member for Lands and Urban Development, refuted the claims, asserting that the access road remained open and accessible from multiple directions. The granny's published letter detailed her struggle to access her home.
Tumekuja pamoja na waziri wa mashamba ama wa ardhi na urban planning katika hili eneo. Hili jambo tutalizungumza sana, lakini tunataka tukubaliane kwamba tuko na hall ambayo imejengwa na county government. Hall ambayo imekuja through public demand. Hall ambayo wananchi wa hii area la Dallas waliitamani sana kuwa nayo. Number 2, nataka tuwe wa kweli. Katika uongozi wangu, jambo ambalo wa mara nyingi naambia watu ni kwamba hakuna grabbing ya open spaces. Hakuna kugrab open space katika town yetu hii. Mimi kama niko katika uongozi, watu wananijua. Na mlalamishi najua alikuwa amegrab hii land. Kulingana na mimi najua ni mwizi tu wa kawaida, kama wale waizi wengine wa mashamba. Kwa hivyo aendelee kuandika mabarua, aendelee kuandika kwa magazeti, lakini nitaendelea kumuita mwizi wa shamba. Kwa sababu hii hall mahali nimejenga, alikuwa na intention ya kuijenga yeye nyumba zake. Na kwa sababu tumeweza kusecure hii open space. Open space is public land. Wacha watu kwanza wajue hivyo. Kama umefanya subdivision kwa shamba lako, the reason why inaitwa open space, imeitwa open space kwa sababu itatumika for public use. So until people get to understand hiyo tofauti, ukikata shamba utoe barabara sio yako. Subdivision ilifanywa na shamba lilikuwa likubwa na likaacha nafasi ya raia kutumia. Na hiyo nafasi ya raia ndio tumeweka nini? Tumejenga hall. Hall ambayo inatumiwa na nani? Sio mheshimiwa, sio governor, inatumiwa na hao raia wa hiyo area. Kwa hivyo ndio tunawaambia watu waache wizi wa mashamba, na nitaendelea na hiyo policy. Mahali nimejenga shule ya Dallas ilikuwa open space, nimeweka shule. Mahali nilikuwa nimejenga hospitali ya Blue Valley ilikuwa open space, nimeweka hospitali.
Now, in a rare ceremony, residents of Mongati village in Kenyan County gathered to fulfill the last wishes of Stanley Mugo, a 60-year-old man who desired a swift and simple burial. The burial lasted 10 minutes, devoid of any customary ceremonies or prayers. Mugo's family honored his unconventional request for a minimalistic farewell. Let's take a look.
Naitwa James Gaire Karuma, ni mtu wa familia, anashika mtu ambaye alikuwa anaitwa Mogo. Alikuwa amesema hataki maombi, hataki masisini yake, hataki chochote, ni kutoka moshari kupelekwa kwenye shimo.
Mungu amewacha eldaana ya kwamba asiwe na kusiwe kunaongelewa maneno mingi kumhusu na ama kuhubiri. Kwa hivyo sisi hatukupatafuta mhubiri. Wakati tulienda mochari, hata wakati kunahubiriwa tuliona
tumetoka mochari, tukakuja na gari kuingia huku, tumekuja direct tukileta mwili kwa kaburi. Kutoka kuleta mwili kwa kaburi, saa hii tunazika mwili wa mwenda zake. Tumefanya kwa sababu amekuwa na misimamo yake. Akasema yeye hataki afanyiwe ibada ya maombi, hataki afanyiwe hata jambo ya kupandiwa msalaba. Sisi hatuamini mambo yale ambayo ni ya mwenda zake. Sisi tunaamini ya kwamba yale ameamini ni yake, lakini kwa jamii na familia yake hatuwezi kubali. Yani ifuate watoto wake na bibi zake na watu wao.
Well, very interesting indeed and completely unheard of from where I come from. Now on to health matters. Residents of Kisii and Southern Nyanza regions will now access medical services at Aga Khan Health Facility in Kisii Town through a partnership with the National Hospital Insurance Fund (NHIF). This initiative marks a departure from the facility's previous policy, which accepted only state-owned NHIF coverage. The collaboration aims to improve access to affordable health services amidst governance challenges faced by NHIF.
Sing the song. The next thing is we consume premium services and also for so many things. Making you also know that central payment of government checks, they're actually able to exchange your mutilated notes, which at times the center, actually my colleague Sophie here, was to identify very good news to the bankers. It's likely
And the government has initiated a new round of vetting to remove Kenyan individuals from the UNHCR database after years of uncertainty. An estimated 40,000 Kenyans, primarily teenagers, found themselves in legal limbo within the UN's refugee agency due to lack of citizenship documentation. The Interior Ministry issued a circular empowering sub-county security and intelligence committees to vet and recommend Kenyans who previously registered as refugees for potential citizenship. Guidelines for this vetting process have been provided.
The government has given us a note to start double registration, the registration of double registered people as refugees on refugee status. So this day we are just doing sensitization to the chiefs so that this time round we get it correct. This exercise was done last in 2019. We have had a lot of errors because of clerical errors, because of lack of proper sensitization.
We understand that there have been Kenyan citizens who have been suffering a lot, unable to get their IDs simply because they had registered themselves as refugees just to get those free services. But our hope is that this exercise will enable to deregister all the remaining Kenyans who are in the refugee database, as well as we are also looking for that, hoping that the government will come up with a structure or a means that any person who is in the refugee database will be able to be deregistered without even waiting for such an exercise.
It's been an issue that has been bedeviling our people, where we found many people, host community, finding themselves in the refugee database. So this will go a long way, and in tandem with the UNHCR expanded mandate of preventing and reducing statelessness as per the International Convention of 1961. So once again, we are very grateful to the government of Kenya for taking lead in making sure that at least we have these people removed so that they can access the basic rights like education, access to health facilities.
And we've come to the end of the broadcast, but let me bring you up to speed with what you can be expecting. At 7 p.m. and at 9 p.m., the Azimio coalition is in Siaya County. They are attending the burial of the fallen protest victims who died during the anti-government protest weeks ago. Of course, there's a lot of politics that is taking center stage today. We are keeping an eye on that. We'll be bringing you that later on. And as well, the Senate proceedings. And they are talking about the 1998 bomb victims. Remember, the Senate is pushing for the compensation of the 1998 bomb blast victims who are yet to be compensated by the American government. There's a story that will be coming your way later on. We have a lot on the business front as well as some sporting action later on. And if it's Friday, you know that we'll be having center stage. And tonight we'll be talking to a magician right here in studio. We hope he doesn't make us disappear, but we'll letting you know all about magic. What does it take? Are people born with magic? Is it a talent? Is it an acquired skill? All that you need to know later on center stage right here on Lookuptv. I am Nancy Nalim. I appreciate you for watching. Keep it right here and have yourselves a pleasant afternoon. Goodbye.